What's going on, everybody? What's going on, man? So today, man, it's your boy Tyrus Ray. I'm here. Say what? Say it again. I got a special guest with me today, man. You know, I know we normally talk about sports, but today got somebody special, man. Up and coming hip hop artist, man. Storm, aka Storm. What's going on, Storm?
What's good, player? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Chilling, just chilling, man. Doing it.
Chilling. It's a little early over there right now, ain't it?
Yeah, it's like 8 o'clock right now. So
8 o'clock.
Yeah, busy day, busy day going on today. So
I know that's right. I know that's right, man. So look, y'all, I just want to give y'all a little background information on Storm before we get started, man. We're gonna ask him a few questions. So you know, he was born in Jersey, grew up in Ohio, Arizona, and Florida. All right. So now he currently lives in Los Angeles. He's been living there for 10 years.
yes,
So
sir.
how long you been rapping?
So professionally, I've been rapping almost like 12 years now.
Okay.
I've always been doing music since I was a kid, like since 8 years old, always, writing little things here and there. Really inspired by Tupac, Notorious. So like,
Okay.
rapping whenever I can, kind of, chilling out with the family. Music was always a big thing. So I've been doing music for a while.
Gotcha. So 12 years, been rapping for 12 years, been in LA for 10 years. Gotcha.
Yes,
So
sir.
what was the move to LA kind of for your rap career, or was just
It was
it
so
was?
yeah, I mean it was a bit of a couple things, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to go out on my own, you know what I'm saying, go to a city by myself and kind of just learn who I am along with, pursuing my career. I knew that LA, is huge to like, find those opportunities. You can find, now it's been getting easier, or I guess, opportunities become more prevalent if you're, independent online, doing things online and stuff like that as well. But to have that like, larger pool of talent and opportunities, I had to come out to LA.
Got you.
So
So you had so in 2018 you dropped Storm, aka Storm, your EP. So
yeah,
that was your first EP. Then you had your first studio album, which was I Wish Everything Was Different in
yes, sir.
2019. So we talk sports on my show a lot. So I got a question about one of your songs.
Yeah,
LeBron James. Is LeBron James your favorite player?
LeBron James is one of my favorite players.
One of your favorite players. Okay.
I mean, being in Ohio, he was from Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Saw his career kind of around the same time mine was going up. So seeing someone with so much talent and so much drive and like passion for their city, passion for their community, just it was really cool to see that. So I definitely had to give a shout out back out to him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
That's dope. That's dope. I seen that. So I wonder if he's a LeBron fan. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm
right,
not really a LeBron fan, but I'm not a LeBron hater either. You got some
right,
of these
right,
people, man. It don't matter what LeBron could give $10 million to their favorite charity, and they'll
right.
say why he didn't give $50 million. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So I don't understand it.
Right.
So now that was your last album, came out 2019. Now you have a new album that just came out on March 19th, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Called Labels.
Yes, sir.
Labels.
Oh yeah.
So what's the inspiration for the title of that, Labels?
So basically, I've always been dealing with that debate whether staying independent or going with a major label. I've talked to and listened to many different people in the industry along with hearing interviews from like Ti, Chance, many different artists have definitely touched on it. So I kind of wanted to, I feel like, shed some light on how I felt about it, explain you know the transition of when you decide, if you do decide to join a label, how they can kind of manipulate their artists and make them come out a way that they want because they feel like, oh, those are going to be the record sales for this person. And I'm sure you've seen it with artists, when they
Oh
came
yeah,
out
most
from the
definitely. Yeah.
underground, their music was a certain way and then it switched up. So, and also to kind of shed some light on the fact of, just being a black man in the industry, and then also just being a black man in America too. So as far as like them trying to stereotype you or put you in a certain like lane. So I felt like I wanted to do that album to kind of explain all of that. And feel like it really came together well. So
Yeah, most definitely. I was listening to it earlier, man. So I know you touched on it kind of already, what's some of your musical inspirations? I know looking at your page, I know Nipsey is someone I've seen on there. So who's some of your musical inspirations?
Definitely. So yeah, definitely Nipsey. You know, I think a lot of that started out being in LA, just kind of, you know, learning him and learning his music and his history and how he, like I said, he gave back to the community as well. You know, I'm big on people who are doing more with music, you know, and have a story and have a lane. And he was always someone that, you know, showed me what you can do in the industry, and also, you know, never giving up. His passion and his determination, you know, was unmatched by, you know, any artist out here. So Kanye West and 50 Cent are another, you know, big inspirations, you know, learning them and seeing, you know, two different dynamics of an artist, but seeing them both being able to capitalize on the industry side.
Business
Was
side. Yep.
definitely, yeah, so definitely something that definitely inspired me as well to learn more about not only writing, but, you know, the other side. And then, you know, legends, I'd say Tupac is probably one of my favorite rap artists. His poetic lyricism, his all his albums, all his you know, any performance he ever did, any music video he ever did, you know, movie. He was just a very talented individual and someone who was, you know, very, very smart as well. So it was something that I gravitated to as well as an artist. So.
And I will say this, man. When I listen to your music, it ain't no bubblegum rap. Like, you know, you really on there spitting. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that a lot.
One of the songs I was listening to off your new album was called Homies.
Yeah.
You know, and through that song, you know, you could tell a lot about someone through their music. You know, and through their music, through their content, through their social medias. And one thing I really picked up on from you and from that song was, you know, loyalty.
Yeah.
You know, you say this ain't, you know, it ain't nothing without your homies, and that you know, you got some homies that's locked down, and that you know, you will fight the devil, right. You know, for, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
For your homies. But, you know, like I say, man, is loyalty something that kind of like embedded in you? Is that something that's real big for you?
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, for real. You know, I've had a lot of a good amount of friends, a good amount of people I could always count on, homies, family, and you know, just always being there for them. That's always something big for me. You know, any sort of relationship, you got to have any sort of loyalty you can. You know, or what, you know, what are your values? Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? What brought you up? You know what I'm saying? You can't just dismiss everything that's made you who you are. Then, you know, you're not. You know, who can you know what I'm saying? Who could trust you? So I've always wanted to, you know, I always have to be loyal to everybody that, you know, I've come up with, and everyone who's had my back, everyone who's been there for me as well.
So, you know, I know you touched on, you know, independent or you know, big label. You're currently independent.
Correct. Yeah.
So what's the biggest difference? I guess if I was someone that didn't really know the difference between the two, what would you say is the biggest difference between independent and a major label? From your point of view.
From my point of view, really, I think it's the distribution. You know, and the I guess distribution and publishing side. You can, you know, as an independent, there are lanes. There's, you know, United Masters is becoming like one of the biggest, you know, third party like companies like that, where you can you know, sell your own music. They'll help you find different lanes as far as licensing and different things like that, which is cool too. So you can have your music out, but behind the label, you know, they're pushing all the radio play, they're pushing all the advertisements, they're pushing, you know, all the playlisting, because you'd have, you know, once you get your stuff out, then you have to figure out, you know, what promo are you doing for it. So I feel like the biggest thing is their distribution, and, you know, they have the name behind it. You know what I'm saying? They have
the name. Yeah.
So, you know, I've heard, and I'm sure you've heard, artists that, you know, are underground who aren't signed that, you know, are way better than other artists that are on a major label. But the second, you know, their name pops up because they're behind, you know, this record label, they're seen as, you know, greater than this artist, when, you know, this artist has, you know, more fire music, better lyrics, better this and that, you know what I'm saying? But it just isn't something a label wanted to pick up for whatever reason.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, you have a point there. So what's the climate like in hip hop these days, man? Like, I know especially especially for you, you know, in the independent circuit. What's the climate like for you? What would you say it's like?
You mean like by climate? What are you talking about? Like what do I think of everyone out now, or
Yeah,
like?
like what's your take on a lot of guys that's out?
I mean, I like, you know what I'm saying. They're. I feel like everyone's. It's different, man. You know, there are artists out that are really trying to. I feel like there are a couple artists that are trying to still staying with the story, still staying with the lyrics, and I think there are a lot out there that are very much about the image and more about like the singles.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, there are some artists like I definitely, you know, as far as newer artists, the baby I think is an artist that, you know, people really need to watch out for. He's got, you
Yeah,
know, his lyrics
he's
are dope.
from around
He's
here, so
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He's from Charlotte, so they're
Yeah.
about 2.5 hours. Yeah, so
Oh yeah, yeah. I got family over there
mm-hmm.
too. But yeah, man. So you know, he's definitely an artist that like I've seen that's inspired me as far as like he has a drive that, you know, I haven't seen out of a lot of artists in a little bit, and the knowledge I feel like about the business. He knows what he's doing. He knows, you know, what lane he's trying to get into, and like I said, his songs are something that people really can vibe with. That are also, you know, still kind of new. I feel like the new wave is still it's still trying to find itself, and I don't hate on any of the new music. I definitely, you know, I'm trying to vibe and see, you know, see where it's at. But I love getting, you know, a lot of content and a story out of an album and out of like singles. So
Got you. So you know you like who is it? I could think of. I know someone for me. This person isn't necessarily a hip hop artist, but someone's out. The way I like they put their albums together is The Dream. And the reason why is like, you know, from the beginning of the album to the end, it's like he's telling a story. It might be, you know, I met this girl, I
yeah,
cheated on her, she took me home to meet the mom, I gave her the ring, makeup bag, you know what I mean? So
right.
it's like he's telling a story, and I get what you're saying. Like I love when someone could tell a story because it makes me listen to the album over and over again because
Right.
like any story or any movie, you watch it one time and you get one meaning out of it. You know what I mean? Then you watch it another time and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
get it. I get exactly what you're saying. So you had your new video just
Yes,
came out, homies.
yes,
So,
sir.
so who does like your production and a lot of that stuff, like your video productions and stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, I've had multiple, you know, I've had a good amount. I've been blessed to have, you know, people out there that have really been interested in my music and have, you know, wanted to do stuff with me. I've had a dude, Steven Verbeck. I've had the homie I have right now, Max Nadcity. He's a video production major, and he's worked for a bunch of different companies in video. So he was like, you know, I really want to do a music video. I've never done one before. So I was like, okay. We one of our first music videos we did was "If You Know, You Know." So it's kind of like a part 1, 2 homies.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been the person I've been working with now for 2 videos now, almost 3 videos, and he really has an idea of like visually, you know, he dives into the song and he's looking for nuances in the song to bring to life and to kind of show. And I think he did a really good job with homies as well. It definitely is more than just a normal music video. I loved having that like story behind it and giving life to the characters in that. So
Yeah, I love the visuals. I love the visuals for it. And like you say, you know, in that song, it's like you're telling a story. You know,
mhm.
and I know on the album also you have a song called All That, and you have the remix.
Yeah.
So yeah, so tell me about some of the people that you work with, and tell me about All That, the song All That. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I worked with a couple larger name artists, but you know, a lot of their stuff I'm still holding on to, depending on, you know, what comes out of it. But I've worked with a lot of artists in LA, a lot of hip hop artists, R&B artists. I love collaborating. You know what I'm saying? If the music makes sense, you know what I'm saying. If it works, I found a good group of people that I can, you know, get with and make some good music. All that was a track I was in connections with a producer. He dropped the track for me. He's like, "Hey, if you want this, here's the exclusive. Like, this is the exclusive price." I heard it off the, like, you know, first 20 seconds. I was like, "Bro, this is a hit song." So I took that from him. Came up with the hook, came up with the track. The whole track itself was, about being, like I said, homies coming back together. Like, we're back in the club, we're chilling out together. This is something that, like, it's been a while since, my homie's been locked up. Like, now he's out. Like, we need to, we're about to party. We're about to celebrate that he's back. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
And then I ended up reaching out to a couple artists, and I really was digging this guy T-Rell, who's signed with Nelly.
That's who's on the remix, right?
On the remix, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Really dope dude. So I kind of hit him up. I was like, hey man, like I have a track, how much woo, and so we talked everything, and he laid it down. He was like, man, this is a hot track. I hope it goes well for you, and laid his verse, and I was very proud of it. So yeah, it was really good to have him on there, and hopefully we can get another track going too.
Okay. Now I know you say you in LA. My favorite artist is in LA, man. The Game. I don't know if he still raps.
Yeah,
I haven't heard nothing from him in a while, but man, that's like one of my favorite rappers, man. He's a storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's underrated though, man. So if you had to give me like and I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot, but if you had to give me a top 5, or however many you want to give me,
right,
LA artist, who would you probably say? Like who would be your top 5? It don't got to be political
top
number. Who you say
artist.
probably is in your top 5?
Oh man, all right. Well, like it has to be rapper, or can I put, because like Dre I think is like my favorite.
No, it could be whatever you want to be.
Yeah. Okay, so Dr. Dre definitely, I feel like he set LA up for music, like with every NWA on.
He's like the godfather of LA. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, for real. Man, I mean Snoop is also amazing too.
Snoop.
I love Snoop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the OG, the big homie.
Definitely, watching his videos growing up too, I was like, man, I want to shoot a video like that. Like I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to be, Snoop definitely had such a like aura and such a like, presence whenever he performed at all. So I thought, Snoop definitely. I'm gonna put up there as well, definitely Nipsey. Like I said before, I've already touched on his drive and his determination, but hearing from him and just hearing different songs and interviews from that gentleman, man, he really opened my eyes to a lot of different things as well. I would definitely have to put man, Kendrick is definitely up there as well.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, Kendrick.
Yeah, you definitely can't let that out.
The first time I heard Kendrick was on a Game album. What album is it? It's not. I had to look it up, but it's the first time I heard him, and he was just spitting, and I'm like, the song cut off, and he was still spitting. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, for real, man, for real. So definitely Kendrick. And then I would definitely, I put Game up there too, and I think my last would have to be, I'm gonna put YG up there.
Okay, YG. I respect that. Respect that list.
YG's really cool too. I've listened to his stuff, and like definitely has that West Coast bump to all his songs, and like,
oh yeah, he does.
I still also kind of relate to a lot of his tracks. You know what I'm saying? Even it's pretty. He's got some good ass music. So I definitely fuck with YG too.
Okay, YG. I know somebody else I want to throw in the honorable mention is Cube, man. I know when stuff comes up, man. Cube,
Cube
kind of don't get mentioned a lot, man.
I know.
Cube is seems like Cube been around forever.
For real. It's just, one of my favorite tracks by him was "Today Was a Good Day." It was a good day. That one, the video was dope, and like you can relate. And I wish he had put out more music while he was acting, because he really was pursuing that lane hardcore, but which is good. But like, we also wanted to hear, from him, I feel like, as well. But
yeah, you're right. It seems to me, and maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me like once an artist starts acting, they like forget the music.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like LL Cool J, Queen Latifah, Cube. It's like they're either doing music or they're acting.
Right.
It's like nobody really wants to. I'm trying to think of somebody that did both. I can't really think right now.
No, I can't really think of anybody either who came like right back after that.
But most people is like it's like that, man. So who's one of your favorite artists right now? Like, who's some of your favorite artists? Like,
some of my favorite artists, I mean, that I'll just kind of throw on. So I
like
mean,
if you get in the car right now, what's coming on?
probably Drake.
Okay,
Drake or Big Sean.
Okay.
J. Cole will probably pop in.
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
What's up? Oh yeah,
I said Fayetteville, North Carolina, cold world.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I could talk about him like forever. Kehlani, will probably pop in there. I'm really digging her. I'm digging a lot of like kind of R&B vibes. I know people probably tried to cancel him, but I'm gonna say Tory Lanez too. He was someone
I can't deny his talent, man. Like I was I don't know why, but it's like I like the rap guys that sing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
That might sound kind of weird, but
I feel
Tory Lanez, Chris Brown, Drake. There got to be somebody else I'm missing too. Is it? No, what is it? It's not Ray Sherman. It's
Ray Shremmer.
Yeah. Those guys. You know what I mean? It's like I like.
You talking about
Sway Lee. Yeah, him.
Sway Lee,
so it's like that vibe, man. Is I guess it's kind of in. A lot of people would say, who they say started. It wasn't the Migos. It was not Travis Scott. I can't remember who they said started it, but I know it was an argument on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Who started the whole the rap singing?
Yeah.
I forgot who it was, but
yeah. I've seen arguments that T-Pain or Lil Wayne,
T-Pain. It might be T-Pain. Yeah, it might be T-Pain.
Either way, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but that is definitely debatable to say who really started it though.
But yeah, I could just tell by your inspirations, man, and by who you like, man. It's like you bring in the real hip hop. Like I wouldn't even say you're a rap artist, you're a hip hop artist. Because you bring like that traditional hip hop to it. Like if you listen to the production, it's a lot of 808s. Like your intros, like you have the Meek Mill style intros where it's like you got the intros, but it's like you really spitting on the intro. Some people just got the intro and it's a minute and it's just music, but you actually you coming in on the intro spitting hard, like bar for bar, like going. He said Busta did it too. Did what, Chuck? Rapping and acting, or
Busta was definitely like.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have seen Busta in a few movies. He's right. I've seen him, man. He was rapping. Busta, man, that's somebody that don't get mentioned a lot either, man. Like,
bro, really, dude. He was like, man. His videos. I mean, if you want.
He said sing and rap. Oh yeah, baby, if you do it to me. Oh yeah. He does sing and rap. Yeah. I forgot about that. He does. You're right, Chuck.
Yeah,
that's my music historian, Chuck.
That's amazing.
But yeah, man, he's somebody else, man. People always talk about fast rappers. The people that come up is Twister and Bone Thugs. I'm like, yo, you can't mention fast rapping without mentioning Busta.
I know, for real.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
So
he's like insanely talented, bro.
So my next question is, what's next for you? Like, what's the next step for you? I know you just had the album. Make sure y'all check it out. It's streaming on all platforms. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. The videos is on YouTube. He got it. He got his stuff everywhere. I can give you a list of the other stuff he has. You know what I mean? So he got stuff everywhere. Yeah. It came out March 19th. It's called, what's it called again? It's Labels. Yeah, Labels is out. Also, you can check out his old music. I wish everything was different. And then he has his original EP, Storm, aka Storm. So what's next for you?
So right now working on a tour. Hopefully when everything kind of opens up again. I have a couple companies that are like, hey, we want to set up, a hip hop tour in LA and then hopefully go national as well. So we're in the works, planning that out right now. Putting together some licensing and publishing deals too, along with working on another music video. I want to do at least 2 more from this album. So I did 2. I did 2 of them. I want to do 2 more of my like singles as a music video, and then working on the next album. I have I'm torn between 2 different concepts, so I might just do 2 of them. I don't know.
Okay, you do the double disc.
Yeah, I definitely really like how Nelly did the. How Nelly
sweating suit with a sweating suit. Is
Yeah,
that what it was?
and I
Yeah,
went and
yeah, yeah,
bought
yeah.
each one separately, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like half a year later, he put it all on one disc, and I was so pissed. I was like, "How you?" Because he combined it.
Like the Outcast joint. What was it? Speaker box and was it Love Below?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Love
yeah.
below. Yeah, I mean that's definitely how you do it, though. That's great marketing, and you know what I'm saying, if the artist can definitely do it, you know, Outkast is amazing as well. So
Yeah, you definitely right about that, man. I see you ain't stopping, man. My man say you're gonna keep grinding. So how
yes,
has
sir.
you kind of touched on something? I just want to ask you. This will be the last question. How
Right.
has COVID-19 impacted your career? Because I know this is COVID-19 has been crazy for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, so you know, COVID really put a halt on my live shows. Obviously, like I was doing a show every like 3 months or so. So it was a cool amount of money I was getting in. But as far as like, it definitely helped more on the social media side. I feel like I was able to get more eyes on there because that's where people were grinding for most of the time. They couldn't go anywhere or do anything else. It did kind of stifle a lot of like collaborations, getting into the studio. You know what I'm saying? I fortunately have my own like little home set up, so I can send it to my producers to mix and master it up.
Okay.
But if you kind of miss out on that like energy and that like vibe being in the studio, you know what I'm saying, creating a whole new track with someone. But quarantine, like I said, it had me working more on the craft side and like keeping in contact with fans and friends and family and fans. So yeah, dude, it was a little bit of a hindrance, but it can't stop. If you have a passion and you have a dream and you have a goal, that
Oh yeah,
can't stop you.
most definitely, man. Was it Bill Bellamy that said it? Hustlers, they kind of adapt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't. You just adapt to everything because if it wasn't for COVID, man, we probably would have never came up with this show, man. You know what I mean? The
Oh damn.
platform that I have because it got created during COVID. A bunch of guys sitting in the house like, no sports. What do we do? You know what? We can jump on and we can talk about old sports stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
like who's your top 5 this or top 10 that or who's better, LeBron or Jordan or who's better, yada yada yada. And
Right.
the conversations were so dope. You know what? Let's record it. So
Hell yeah.
that's kind of how Say What Said Again kind of came about. But yeah, man, it was dope talking to you, man. Make sure y'all download his album, man. Give my guy some spins. Check out his video. Like I said, his content is great. If you like real hip hop, if you like real spitting, man, then you need to most definitely check out Storm, aka Storm. You will not be disappointed, man. Like I said, it was dope talking to you. I hope we can do it again. I know you're a busy guy, man. It took me almost a month to be able to get an interview with you. Talking to your guy, man. And your schedule's crazy, and my schedule's kind of not really crazy, but it's a little different because I work during the day sometimes. So
Yes, sir.
I'm glad that we was able to do this, man. And like I say, man, y'all check out Storm, man. Streaming on all platforms. Hit him up on social media. You got IG. Your IG is Storm, aka Storm. You have a
Yes,
Twitter.
sir. Yes, sir. Storm, aka Storm, all
Oh,
that you can
Storm, aka
find
Storm.
anywhere.
All platforms, all social medias, man. So check out Storm, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thank you so much for having me, bro.